searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt it always lost, until Kira gave him a new lead.
Bang.
The Crones of Crookback Bog.
The Crones of Crookback Bog.
Hesse yonder ain't a
Is it true? Northern women bathe but once every 3
Come again?
months.
Yeah?
Let me see what you're offering. So long.
Yeah?
I'll take a look. Maybe pick something.
So long.
Oh my! Nice painting you got.
This be the witchman, freak of nature.
Your man went to see the witch again.
Interesting
She's
things to
enchanted.
find out.
You ain't safe less you got a Gabrielle. The auto-crank one-handed Gabrielle ensures you get the first shot and the last word.
How about you take a break from hawking? We play cards instead.
You ain't safe less you got a Gabrielle. The auto-crank one-handed Gabrielle ensures you get the first shot and the last word.
Let me have a look at your stock. So long.
You won't.
What's the rush?
Come on! Instead of grabbing your gob, fight! Go, fucker! Curses! It's casting curses! Oh, you're fucked! Fucker! Get him!
What? Lost your nerve?
Instead of grabbing your gob, fight!
Feel your skin.
Yeah! Witchcraft! Ow! Fighting your guts out, eh? Ha! Don't let him catch his breath! Instead of grabbing your gob, fight!
We'll flail your skin off.
Witchcraft!
Time to end this.
Come on! He's ours! Hunt's ours! Witchcraft! take this.
Damn it.
Good you like a hog. Form a row.
Come on.
Oh. This is.
Any last words?
Go for the horse's eyes. Open the horse's eyes.
Bleed out.
Slow now.
Ladies of the Wood. Where the heck is it? The gods have abandoned us. The mighty of this earth care not for our fate. Only the ladies of the wood watch over Velen. In foul times, when plague and famine reap their harvest, we must beg the ladies for help. If they see fit, they will hear our pleas and knock back fortune's foul blows. This is how one begs help from the ladies. Find a child young and innocent and take it to Crookback Bog. Seek out the lady's shrine, 'tis where the trail of treats begins. Set the child off on the trail and it shall follow the sweet track and find the good ladies. The child will never want for anything again. The ladies are kind and generous. Stand before their shrine, pronounce your supplication, and the good ladies will hear. For they see and hear all that takes place in their demesne. If you made the offering as it must be done, your plea shall be heard.
Move it! Hey there. Go, go. Ugly bastard. Wolves will tear it to pieces. Gotta help. Dog's tame. A pet. Wonder what it's doing here. Got a key so dear color. I think it wants me to follow.
What's up, buddy? Dog
Something
kicks
bad
ass.
happened inside. Best go in and see. Looks uninhabited. Something under the floorboards. Maybe they're loose. Or I could just wedge one up.
I was at Loch Muin? Loch Muin. That's right, the summit of summits itself. We'd gone there, my troop mates and I, knowing there'd be a meeting of the mighty in the ruins. You see, whenever big shots gather to chew some particularly grisly fat, there's coin to be had for performing men like us. Tired jaws need to relax with some laughing and indulging in other sorts of simple delights. I learned this as a lad from my old man, who'd drag me around to juggle outside courts and conventions all over the continent. And so now, plying my own trade as a fire swallower, I told the lads up soon as I caught word of what was brewing in Loch Muin, and we turned our wagons that way at once. I'm not much one for politics, but I couldn't help but listen to some of it this time. You see, we Tamarians had just lost our king, and our future was to be decided at that very summit, with John Natalis representing our side of the matter. Radovid was there too, a young pup then, though emanating strength like a gray-haired alpha wolf. It seemed this wolf was licking his chops over Temeria like it was a right bit of carrion. The rest was dull. A lot of talking about the uprising in Edarin and its leader, Saskia, who they called the Virgin, though I never got the chance to check personally whether that was accurate. The Nilfgaardians had a delegate, some Shillard fellow, and mages were there, talking about restoring the Conclave and Supreme Council of Sorceress. I didn't listen too much to that. My eyes were glued to the unusually large number of armed troops present at these peaceful talks. Steel-plated grunts clenched pointy weapons and paced the ruins courtyards everywhere you looked. Radovid had even brought the Knightly Order of the Flaming Rose, those arrogant pricks ready to bash anyone who doesn't think the same as them. Though the coin was coming in amply, we didn't wait around to see how things would develop, just loaded our stuff onto our wagon and left at a trot. As we mounted the pass, we looked back to see pillars of smoke, black as pitch, rising above Loch Muin. For years and years I succeeded in living a quiet life, far from the stinking cry of the big city. When I entered this voluntary exile, I left the whole world behind and hoped it would do the same to me. Yet lately I have noticed someone observing me. Times are unsettled. War turns men into wild beasts. I suspect it is not a friendly neighbor keeping an eye on me. Barelka, the only companion in my solitude, stands by the door at night and barks. What has happened to Alexis Hector Gizmo Dex? Hunger drives men to do the worst. Perhaps bandits now prowl the area. Fools. They know I have nothing. Tomorrow I will attempt to explain everything to them. Damn.
gone.
Oh, nice.
Drowners are coming out of there. Best blow it up.
What? The hell was that?
He's ours! Oh!
anyway.
Hater. That is. Selling paintings that are stolen.
No ordinary fog this. The odor. Metallic almost.
nothing.
What the fuck, man? What the hell, man? It just... That's fucking strange.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt that all was lost, until Kira gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
Doug went in the kitchen, stole a hunk of meat. Cook gave him a licking, strung him by his feet.
Cooked and bled him empty, stripped his skin off clean.
Laughed and said, "How tasty, best sausage I have seen." Cook's a stupid killer, shouldn't have ate the pup. Now we'll light a fire, gonna roast him up. 1, 2, 3, the one to fetch the kindlings, thee!
Interesting rhyme.
Don't know you, go away.
What are you doing out here alone?
We's not alone. We's with Gran.
But where did you all come from?
We's orphans.
All of you?
There's a war, so there's orphans. Didn't know that?
Smartass.
I'm looking for the witches of Crookback Bog.
You looks like a witch yourself. Witches? Of the bog. We can't go in the bog. Gran don't let us. When my brother Zemek went missing, Gran said it was 'cause he went in the woods and got lost. Gran cried an awful lot after that. He could still come back.
A young woman got lost in the swamp. She has ashen hair and a scar on her face. You kids see anyone like that?
Ain't no lassies here. What am I? You're no lassie. Lassies got tits.
They do. Heard an old man say once, when the army was here, he says, "Hide them lasses in the woods. They's dazzling the soldiers with their tits. And it's torturing the poor lads." That's what he said.
Anyone else here, besides you?
Meaning who?
Someone who might have seen the woman?
Like the six-eyed tree?
Tree snapped all year. But there is Johnny.
What's this talk? What kind of jabbering is this, eh? No one allowed here. Just kids. My kids. They're allowed. But who are you, wearing swords like a bandit?
You look after these kids?
They're my grandchildren.
Gran's good to us. Gonna be soup with scratchings for supper.
Kids get lost in the woods. I miss them. Seen them in the woods. No one has.
Who's Johnny?
Johnny ate a cat. Come the more in some furry shat.
Watch your language. They tells tales and tales. Naught but tales.
You one of the witches of the swamp? I hear Crookback Bog.
Witch? Me? Nay, I've no broom nor owl and not one wart on me nose. Got a pretty nose, see?
Gran's got a lovely beak.
Oh, you darling girl. Oh, kids are so sweet.
Just talking to the kids. Asked them if they'd seen a young woman.
I was a lovely young woman. Wore a long, beautiful braid my mummy did up for me. Had dresses with flowers on 'em.
Maybe you've seen her. Young, ashen hair.
You're betrothed?
Daughter, actually.
Daughter? My dear, sweet little daughter. And her sister. Where are they now? Maybe they've come to some harm?
Had about enough of this. Asked a simple question. You seen the woman or haven't you?
Fear not, children.
There's nought to fear, Gran. He's only angry 'cause he cares.
Maybe Johnny knows something. I'll take him to Johnny before he goes barmy on us.
Johnny's your invention, and you shouldn't be using those ugly words. To the hut. Go on now. You'll stand in the corner, I'll make sure you do. And you, stop scaring the little ones. Now go. Be gone. can't come in here. Not allowed in here.
I just want to talk to the boy.
Not allowed. It's not allowed.
He won't talk to you anyway. Gran don't like you. And Johnny's made up. And strangers steal kids.
Just got one question for you.
Don't be asking no questions. You're a stranger. Not allowed to talk to strangers.
Can we eat now? Soup with scratchings.
You hear? Says he's afeard of you. Stop scaring my kids.
Wonder where he's from.
Why don't you want to talk about Johnny? One of you knows about him. The others must too.
It's just him who's pals with Johnny. They pick mushrooms and hunt snails. But Gran says Johnny's made up.
The boy who plays with Johnny, he must be brave.
Not brave, just stupid. Sat his bare bum on an anthill once. But yeah, he plays with Johnny. He don't listen to Gran and goes in the woods, and then he's got to have a time out.
And eats snails. Yuck.
Does your Gran treat you right? She ever hurt you?
Never.
When we're bad, she cries.
She's scared. Says strangers might take us, and we'll disappear.
Have any of you ever seen Johnny?
Of course. Looks just like him.
Then why do you say he's made up?
Gran says so. And Gran knows lots.
The girl I mentioned is in danger. You gotta help me get your Gran away from the hut so I can talk to Johnny's friend.
All right. But you gotta do something for us too. Play hide and seek. Gran never does. Says her feet hurt.
Is there something else you need or want?
I want something sweet.
And me too.
Oh, fruits.
Give us a treat and we'll help you.
Here's some treats.
Yum.
Never eaten nothing like this before in my life. Gran! Gran! Bumblebee bit Yagner in the arse! Gran! Come!
Don't be afraid.
Don't know nothing.
I won't hurt you.
Where's Gran?
She's busy. Where are you and your friend's parents?
Dad, some starved. Others were killed. Like mine. One day, I went out at dawn to look for berries in the woods. Still some around back then. When I was coming home, I heard the yells. Then, laughing. Went up and hid in the bushes near the woods. My mum yelled, and the soldiers laughed. Laid my pa down by the barn door. His head clean off. And then my mum...
It's all right. That's enough. I just want to talk to Johnny. He could know more than you.
Not gonna hurt him, right? 'Cause he's real. He's not made up.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
Johnny used to be by, 'cause Gran liked listening to his songs. When we was picking mushrooms, Johnny said he saw a girl with ashen hair in the swamp.
Where can I find Johnny?
There's a little meadow on the edge of the swamp. This strange tree grows there. Look around. You'll see him.
Thank you. ghostly prints. Small footprint. Johnny's been through here. tracks lead to a burrow. Wonder what's inside. Johnny? Don't be afraid. You're a Bucka? A Luton? Ah, a godling. Not many of you left. I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her? Tell me everything from the start. Where did you see her? What was she doing? It's important to me. Why not? What's wrong? Can't talk? Why? Lost your voice? Can I help you somehow? Want me to follow you? No choice, I guess.
Lead me right to some drownings, Johnny.
Watch out!
Boy.
Stay close to me. This the place? Let me look around. Something's on the ledge? Something that'll get you your voice back? Ah, the bottle from the nest. Already got it.
$5?
Here.
Whiskey! Slither! Ringworm! Rubbish! Bumblebee! Flabbergasted! Ha! The sound of it!
Peter Piper picked Prince Proxima a pack of pickled peppers by the pontar.
Done celebrating?
My favorite words! Life without savoring the sound of surreptitious shenanigans is like licking snails through a cloth. Thank you for this, noble whoever you are. Long be your life.
Hang on a minute. I helped you, now you help me.
Would you turn this beautiful act of altruism into a banal bartering of favors?
How do you lock someone's voice in a bottle? Just wondering.
As am I, especially as mine's a voice to crown all voices. Sometimes it's like a forest brook, at others like a roll of thunder. And let's be honest, I talk enough to fill 3 barrels or more.
Somebody used some powerful magic on you, as a prank or just to be mean. How'd you lose your voice?
One morning I awoke and opened my mouth for my usual bout of singing with the thrushes. Lo and behold, no sound escaped. I tried and tried, almost burst a blood vessel. Then I went to the village, because word has it the new cunning woman works miracles. But people began crying out, "A smudger! A smudger!" and sick their dogs on me. Do I look like a smudger to you?
Not a bit.
Well, I thought not. So it must be the crone's doing. Who else would curse me? Blackbird friend of mine located my voice, but I was helpless to retrieve it.
Couldn't ask a raven friend to just give you the bottle?
Ravens serve the crones. They don't help no one.
I'm looking for a young, ashen-haired woman. See anyone like that?
Did I ever? Remember it as if it were yesterday. Soon as I woke, I went to empty my bowels. My favourite part of the day. Defecating to the sunrise. Downright glorious. Suddenly, heard a bang. So loud it couldn't have been me. And that lass appeared. Out of nowhere. Young, ashen-haired. Just like you said. Wounded and panting to boot. She raced off towards the children's huts. Quick as if the crones were after her. I yelled some unpleasantries. She disturbed my morn. Sadly, I'd lost my voice, so I don't think she heard me.
I've been to the village in the swamp. Met a woman who might have been a crone.
Did she seem confused to you?
Nuts, completely.
So I'm not crazy. That's no crone. That's the granny who takes care of the orphans. Claims the kids made me up. Me!
An orphanage in a swamp?
What do you have against swamps? Lived here my whole life, and I heartily recommend it.
What do you know about the crones?
They're as old as this forest. Cruel, vindictive, not to be crossed.
What if someone does cross them?
Might take his voice, might take his life. Depends on their whim. They're nasty, although they care for this land and its folk in their own way. Supposedly they always keep their word, but you must be careful what you ask for. Won't find them until they want to be found. See them until they want to be seen. But remember, they see and hear all that happens in the mire.
She ran off toward the orphanage. Kids could know something, or the old woman who takes care of them.
Oh, that old hag don't speak to strangers, and you're a stranger.
Will she talk to you?
I have spoken to her, got my ways. So be it. You helped me and I'm no bore. Come with me.
You need any more drowners, kid.
Damn it.
Fucking gravehead, too? Waterhead. bitch.
Good. It's clear. Not a crone in sight. I need to sing to Gran. That ought to calm her. Little Johnny softly gazed, fire waning pale. Pop! A spark jumped out and whispered, "Listen, I'm a tale."
You got your voice back.
I did, though I seem to have lost an octave somewhere in the process. I shall look for it when I get home.
You're not allowed here, Johnny. You shouldn't have come.
Calm down, Gran. Don't get angry. It's not good for you.
The woman I asked about earlier.
Forgive me, Gran, but this fellow absolutely must talk to the ladies.
No, she's not allowed.
Please, it's important.
The fellow will be quiet. Gran, please hear me out. I found little Yagna when she got lost, did I not? Did I break Ginny's fever too? I did. I ask anything in return? No. Didn't even fuss about my stolen voice. Well, now I want something. Gran, help this fellow. Because otherwise he'll pester me day and night, even during potty time. His lass is missing. Perhaps the ladies can help find her, eh?
Well, since you put it that way, Johnny, I'll help him. Come with me. Johnny's a good lad, though the ladies don't like him. No, foul creature, they say. Don't like him.
Who are the women in the tapestry?
Those are the ladies. Ladies lovely, with power o'er all. Beseech I thee, answer my call. Before you a worm crawls, wretched and small.
How dare you disturb our rest, woman?
Someone speaking through you?
Good looking and clever, too. Where have you been hiding, boy?
So you're the three crones?
Crones? Where'd you get such an ugly word, young man? Village bitches have been gossiping again. There's no limit to how jealous and petty humans can be. Do we look like crones to you? Go ahead, check. Touch me, white-haired one, where it pleases you most.
Is it my imagination, or is this tapestry made of hair?
Oh, he's got a sensitive touch.
Touch me more, boy. Touch me more.
Where do you get human hair?
Never heard of the cutting? Round here, a young boy turns into a man when they cut his hair for the first time. Our sister weaves tapestries of this cut hair. If the weft is straight, happy's the fate.
What if the weft's crooked?
Then it must be unraveled.
Is this a curse? You trapped in the tapestry?
Oh, he's curious.
We don't fall victim to curses. We cast them.
I'm looking for the woman with ashen hair. I know you met her. Where is she?
Oh, he's impatient.
Perhaps he only likes ashen-haired girls.
The young woman. She's my daughter by choice. I raised her.
If she's shapely, what does it matter?
Matters to me.
I believe we've hit a nerve. He's bubbling like well-fed yeast.
Oh, that's how I likes him.
It's clear you met her. Tell me everything.
That was blunt. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Tell me, have you got bollocks? Do you fear woodland beasts?
Oh, hard times are upon us, white-haired one. Brother has turned against brother. The land is soaked in blood. Evil reigns stronger than ever before.
A dark power has surfaced near Downwarren. It feeds on hatred and disdain. Destroy the beast, and we will be grateful. Tell you all we know about this ashen-haired maid.
Dark power? You need a knight-errant or a witch hunter, not a witcher.
The alderman of Downwarren will tell you all. Remember to collect payment from him after you complete your task. And now our servant will bring you the dagger.
A dagger? What for?
When the alderman sees this dagger, he'll know we sent you. He'll aid with all.
I'll talk to the alderman, but I can't promise anything.
Move, woman! Give the young man the dagger.
And you, White One, return only once you've completed the task.
Aye, mistress, right. On me way. Dagger. Gotta bring the dagger. The dagger. For you. Lady told me to give it you. Here it is. The dagger. Place the alderman's payment on the stone. Stone bear. Stone shear. Stone nose. Stone ears.
That's some dark ass shit there. Witchers, not quite the devils you thought. A conviction has arisen amongst both mages and the hoi polloi that witchers barely raise a hair's breadth above animals, that they are deformed and bloodthirsty mutants, and that in slaking this thirst they do not limit themselves to the fluids of monsters. Meanwhile, the research and observations of Virgil of Bannard paint an entirely different picture of the cast. Of course, it is indisputable fact that the mutations witchers undergo influence their temperament, immune system, strength, and endurance, yet one cannot consider them unthinking beings forged only for killing as a result. In fact, witchers cultivate a unique culture, a specialized body of knowledge, an effective training system, and even a code of honor. They know an incredible amount about the effects of ingesting various organic and inorganic substances, and also a small amount, but nevertheless something, about the fundamentals of magic, by which I mean the simple spells they call signs. On the surface, the witchers appear to be a homogeneous social entity, but in truth, their fighting styles, training regimens, and worldviews differ significantly depending upon the school of which they adhere. The best known witcher schools on the continent are the School of the Wolf, the School of the Bear, the School of the Griffin, the School of the Viper, and the School of the Cat. My evening with a vampire. Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I met the vampire of which I write years ago in an inn in Beauclair. He introduced himself to me as Regis and said he was a barber and a medic. Since he looked in every aspect like a mortal man, I might never have even suspected his true nature had not a fire broken out shortly thereafter in the establishment in which we were residing. This Regis, if that truly was his name, stood completely untouched by the flames, whereas my own clothing quickly caught fire. The vampire carried me out of the burning inn, saving my life from certain death, then treated my numerous wounds. At first, Regis refused to answer my query as to how he had miraculously survived the furnace, light temperatures inside the burning inn without so much as a scratch on his body or a hair singed on his head. Eventually, however, he must have sensed I was a man of the world, one who would not jump to hasty judgments based on appearance or species, and revealed his identity, along with a great number of highly interesting facts. According to Regis, not all vampires are alike. This vast family contains both mindless catechins, fledgers, and echamaras, who in form resemble overgrown bats far more than humans, as well as elps, Bruxa who look remarkably like comely maids. In addition to these, there are the even more powerful higher vampires, to which genus belong my unexpected acquaintance. Not even a witcher can discern a higher vampire from a mortal man. Contrary to popular belief, they cannot be killed by pounding aspen stakes into their chests, nor by cutting off their heads, nor, as I can vouch for based on personal experience, by fire. They do not fear running water, garlic, or the symbols of any creed. It might be some consolation to learn a vampire's bite does not turn a human into one of their number, and they do not in any way need our blood in order to survive. To them, it is merely a delicacy in which they indulge from time to time, like men do with fine wine. Regis asked me to keep his tale to himself, but now, as I lay on my deathbed, I feel that I must share this secret knowledge, even if it means breaking my word to this most noble individual. Invitation from Kira Metz.
sideways in circular. Then, as vorne, so my ass schlecht, it's
Yeah?
Let me see what you're offering. So long.
What's going on there?
Welcome to the Seven Cats, the luckiest tavern in town. They even say the hangovers our wine baguettes are lucky.
How about a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically.
Oh, nice. Have to fill up a card. tit for tat. Ah. Fuck. Oh, shit. That's probably the worst card I could have.
My Valor stands on 3 pillars. Good food, good drink.
Leave me be, or I shall call my husband.
For quitting running into me.
Wine! Wine! I
Shake
want
something,
wine,
mate.
damn it! Eternal fire! Guards! Guards!
Welcome to the 7 Cats, the luckiest tavern in town. They even say the hangovers our wine begets are lucky.
What's on the menu today? So long.
Any truth to it? Ow! They starving in Velen. River tosses someone ashore each day. Refugees escaping hell.
Fucking drowners everywhere.